What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Back at the park. Sunny Saturday evening. And I just enjoy. I don't go out as much, and I enjoy the time outside. And maybe we could start off as a question for if you live in a fitness lifestyle, it's good to spend your rest days and relax, because if you're natural, you need as much rest as possible, and recovery is just as important. You can't recover as quick as somebody on the anabolics. So you need to make sure that you recover and get good sleep. Nowadays, when I was much younger, we're going back more than 10 years, go back to 2003, 2004. In my college days, I would work graveyard hours, sleep, exercise, and work out. That was when life was easy life, and less responsibility as today. But we're young, and we had all the time in those college days to work out, and that foundation was laid then. And I know all of you, some of you guys are young, in your 20s, and you're also starting off working out a couple of years in, and everybody's quest in fitness and the self-improvement is varied, and everybody has their own experience. And so back to the point that if you're young, make sure you do that. Don't get caught up with too much of the social media and spend your time wasting time around the social media. In my time, there was no social media. When did YouTube come? Like 2005? I remember. So back then there was MySpace. There was not even Facebook back then. So that one was like a bit similar. We had just MS-DOS, Internet, Millennial Edition, Windows, that type of computer and system. Internet was 2.0, and you had a Netscape, Internet Explorer. There was no Safari and Chrome. So back then it was much easier to go to the gym and work out and rest and eat protein, and yeah. But today people are sleeping less because they're on the phones too much. People are all on their phones and iPads, and what are they doing? Sleeping less. And all that focus on the phone is not good for your eyes. Too much disturbance for your retina. So not properly releasing melatonin. The brain's not releasing melatonin, which naturally you should release and be able to sleep. People get in the habit of sleeping 4 hours, 6 hours, and going to work, going to school, and that's not good. So if that's a lesson, that's my lesson to you guys. And yeah, just get your recovery out. Just get your recovery. You see the kids around here playing? This is the next generation, and I'm still gonna be around. And it's a good vibes out here in suburban Surrey. Different lifestyle for me when I was younger. Oh yeah, now We don't party, we don't go clubs, bars, like we did in the city life I lived. Now we're in the suburban life. But back to the point at hand, you know, don't, whatever you see on Instagram, don't believe it. It's not authentic. And so also, if you're like me and you're natural in this game, don't follow the advice of people on IG on the gym anabolics. Yeah, you might be young and you're naive and you don't know the difference, but somebody like me knows it. A lot of the top Instagram, YouTube personalities out there are hiding something from you, hiding something from the public which they don't talk about, and that's their dependence on steroids. Steroids is everywhere, especially on IG and YouTube. And so follow me for the natural approach. Your training should not be like that, so I would not advise you to get the programs those people. I'm not gonna name names, but you know, we pull out some of the popular YouTube channels or the IGs, you know. So don't follow their program, don't buy into it. Now with people like what's that guy's name, Kenny KO and Nick Strength and Power, these channels are exposing the people that are taking advantage of people's health and fitness. How? Well, certain people are taking money from people for coaching, for personal training, and in return, what these personality celebrities do is they give them a program that is just vague, it's superficial, and so generalized program, and so that program does not fit this person, certain individuals. So in that sense, it's bound not to work. It's a disaster, but still people buy into it, pay their money. I never really bought into anybody's program in my life, nobody's books, nobody's magazines, or had a coach. I did this training on my own and learned and discovered everything through trial and error. Internet played a big part, the YouTube channels played a big part, but even before that, I used to read all the training books in the library, public libraries, school libraries, and also I would read all the top magazines back in my days. This is before the internet. We're going way back. We're going back 1998, late 90s. I was a teenager. I was just 13, 14, 15, 16, 98. I was how old was I? 16? Yeah. So something like that. But anyways, yeah, I had a very just deep interest into learning about anything I could get my hands on fitness, bodybuilding, nutrition. I would read all those magazines, Joe Weider's Muscle and Fitness, Robert Kennedy's Muscle Mag. That was a popular one back in the days. I remember they would be in plastic packaging. That was a popular one. They had the calendars, and I remember going to 7-Eleven in high school days and buying the magazines and showing it to everybody, and everybody would get knowledge back then because we were youngsters. So, so that was one. That was the second magazine, and Iron magazine, Iron Man. Yeah, that was a popular one. And then you had Muscle Development. That was quite popular after 2000. And But they're missing. There might be a few other ones. Men's Health was there, but yeah. Oh, how could I forget? Probably the most hardcore bodybuilding magazine out there was Flex magazine. Oh yeah, you can't forget that one with all the big pictorials, you know. You open them up, posters. Man, yeah, you can't forget that one. It had all the top bodybuilders of the day in the 90s. I remember seeing all those familiar faces: Kevin Levrone, Dorian Yates, Marcus Roll, Nasser, Chris Cormier, Flex Wheeler, other guys like Boyer Cole, and what else names come to mind? That other big giant guy. I forget their names. What's another top guy? Craig Valentino, his stuff, and we had the oh shoot, what the heck? I forget. Mike Mazzarato, yeah, Mike Mazzarato, and Greg something. Greg Kovac, yeah. Did I pronounce it right? Yeah. So, you know, and probably forgot to name some other people. But anyways, yeah, that was my introduction into bodybuilding and fitness. And today's kids don't have that. They are learning from the past. They're going back and learning about guys like Lee Priest, Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, you know, right? They're starting off with the YouTube and Instagram and following people like, not gonna name names, but it's just a different, and they're going back to learn about people like Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler. I remember when Ronnie Coleman's videos came out, I saw them online, but then they came from the DVDs. Yeah, I remember before all this stuff on being uploaded onto YouTube, there was all DVDs. Now DVDs are obsolete. Now you have you can get stuff, documentaries, Netflix, and streams. So that's how things have changed, and I bear witness to that. And very good times. And I think this video went too long, but don't worry. I hope you take this information and we can chit chat another day.